And steady your face drop on. I wanna take a picture so this will last longer for me. Take my secrets, got them like precious money. I never want to hear you quiet, so I write songs for you. And I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, you're killing me. Cause when I see you, I feel you still the keys to your heart again. Yeah, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, you're killing me. Cause when I see you, I feel you still the keys to your heart again. My baby bad, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence, so bust up the silence, so my baby bad, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence, so bust up the silence, so I wanna take a picture so we can last longer for me. Take my secrets, got him that precious money. I never want to hear you quiet, so I write songs for you. From left and right, but I don't care. Front said leave you, but I die there. Come on, girl, you are my only strength. Know that you're my best. And I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, weak in the knees. Cause when I see you, I'm feeling the silly keys to your heart again. Yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, weak in the knees. Cause when I see you, I'm feeling the silly keys to your heart again. My baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence. Bust up the silence. My baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence. Bust up the silence. So big dirty girl. Bado, 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 bado. Candy, hey sis, mwah, mwah, mwah. Yes, that's how we gonna start this live, with some fun, with some happiness. I love you, sis. You always coming in with the mad energy. I love you, and I hope everybody is doing amazing. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you why. I looked at my crystal ball after the last couple of days, and I'm going to tell you what I see. Oh, Lord, this chair is creaky, but listen, let's just roll with it. I'm looking at my crystal ball, and you know what I see coming down the pipe for us beautiful goddesses, okay? Celebration, 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 celebration. That's what I see. I'm not seeing this negativity. I'm not seeing this division. I'm not seeing this world that they're trying to create, because this is the message here coming in from the ancestors for us. Okay, we're just going to jump right into it. Woo! This is what the ancestors want us to know right now. The world that you have created for yourself is the world you will experience in the days to come. So if that does not scream doom and gloom for you, then you have spent your beautiful, amazing time healing yourself, working on your past triggers, okay? Doing your self-care, minding your business, working on your relationships, taking care of your family, staying in a joyful space,
Okay? All of those things that you've been doing is going to pay off, because I'm hearing that the world they are trying to write for the world as a script is not the world you're going to experience. And that is the shift. Because once you are in charge of your own pen, once you're in charge of your own destiny, once you're in charge of your own story, no one can write a future for you but you. So whatever world they're going to experience, it does not have to be yours. This is where people are going to literally be living in different worlds. It's a lot like, they told me it's a lot like the pandemic. The pandemic was not difficult for everybody. Some people were just fine. Some people actually preferred being able to work from home, not having to go everywhere, spending more times with their families, creating business ideas, working on books, finding themselves. People enjoyed that space. Not everybody struggled. And the reason there's that separation is because when you invest in yourself, when you invest in joy, when you invest in love, when you invest in community, that stuff builds and pays off for you. And no one creates a future where you don't get to have that. There's no one that can erase your progress as a human being on this planet. That is ingrained. That is in your DNA. And then you live that every single day as your reality and your experience, because that's what you invested in. And it changes your perspective, and it changes your opportunities, and it changes your reality. So you create the next world you're going to experience by what you have invested in so far. Now, if you have not invested in anything that would see you having a safe, happy, and healthy future, then you need to start that now, because I keep getting the message for some of you, you're on short time. You should have been doing this stuff yesterday. Okay? And you know who you are. No judgment, no fear. But if you've been lagging behind in putting all your ducks in a row, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. Okay? Because while one person's world might not affect yours, you are not going to be able to help but have the empathy, because your humanity has expanded. So you are going to feel an extreme amount of sympathy and empathy for others. And this is where you have to be mindful that you have your boundaries in place so you don't get drained. Because that period is coming where people are going to be waking up, going through the shadow of themselves, understanding who they are, understanding their purpose in the world, how they fit into reality. And when they're doing that, they can pull on your energy for support, and you have to make sure you are grounded in your boundaries and in your self-care routines and in your confidence, because ugly is gonna get ugly before it get good. I'm just saying, that's how I'm hearing it. Who's here? Hey mom, if you're watching. And this, I don't know who this friend is of mine here. I can't read your language. I want to say this is someone from the Ukraine. I'm not sure, but I know you're watching. I love you. Your name doesn't translate, so I don't even know how to pronounce that. But it's good to see everybody here. Thank you. Thank you for keeping up with me. Hey, I see you. Sending you love. But yeah, so how did I even get to this point? Ancestors are coming into me in, they're coming in with fire. That's why I created those images. If you go to my community page and take a look at those, the energy felt even stronger than that. And when I put that prompt in and that image came up, and my guide said, yes, that's it. There are energies of ancestors that's coming through, and these are the ancestors that don't usually get much light. And these ancestors are the ones who smoke, they drink, they walk with machetes, they walk with axes, they walk with swords. They are warriors, they are fierce, they are not liked. They put people off in their fierce energy. But there's a lot of us who resonate with those ancestors, because if you feel like you at times embody ancestors and embody goddesses and stuff like that, you are not supposed to ever block. Let me make sure I get this right. There are certain ancestors that you are connected to who are going to want to come through you, and you're going to have to release your perception of how they are for them to give you the wisdom that you need at this time. Okay? Your own perceptions, your own judgments about people, if you can temper that, it would open up the door for a tremendous amount of ancestor energy to come through to you and deliver you wisdom that literally you came in this life to unlock. You came into this life to embody all of their wisdom, all of their strength at the right moment. Every single one of us is in place to do that. Everything you have been through in this life has put you exactly where you are in this moment for this change. And it's very important that you lose the judgments that would block that energy from coming in. Because it's a lot, and it's powerful, and it's strong, and it's confident. And the big message I've been hearing is too many of us as women have been playing the good girl role. And I want to give a lot of shout out to Cassandra Faye Floyd, daughter of the Fates, because she talked on this a lot in one of her lives about the title of being the good girl. Who are you being good for? Really think about that. Who are you being a good girl for? And this won't resonate with everybody, but if it does, follow me, okay? They're saying to be the good girl is a title that was given for most of us to conform to some way of being. There's a lot of women before, think back to not women in the 70s, not women in the 60s, go back. Go back, go way back, go farther back when women were wild. Okay? Just follow me. Tribal, native, instinctual, community, inventors, genius. There is a narrative of women that is not true. It's not ours. It's not real. It's a thing put in place to keep you in a box. The idea of a woman has to expand to include all women of all times and all spaces, rulers, queens, generals, warriors. And so many of us embody parts of that. Okay, that's a part of your history, that's part of your bloodline. And all of that is a treasure that needs to be unlocked within for you. You need to accept all of it and let all of those qualities work for you today so that you're not moving into a future where you're left without anything. You're not left without anything. You're not at a loss for anything. You are fully able to step in confidence, in knowing, and in power of who you are. so you can be ready for this world that's coming next. We've already entered the realm of creating a new world here. And everything we do from this point forward is going to make that a reality, because anything new you create in the physical starts in the mental and the emotional space first. So as you start to visualize the next world for you, bring with you all the strength of your ancestors, so that when this new world is created, there's more of what was missing in this one, right? If you can think about what you're missing in this world, then in this next world we create, we have to bring that in so that we don't create this again. Now we need to put in the ingredients that are missing. And for a lot of the women I know that I have come to know so that I can channel their energy, if you have been creating a personality that is the good girl, it's time to let that go, because that is not who you are. If you know deep down you're a warrior, don't be afraid to embody your warrior. But you're embodying it in a way that is going to ground and help you. It's not going to bring you down. It's not going to take you to a space you've already come from. Now it's refined. It's different. It's going to work for you. Educate yourself. That's a big, big thing that's been coming up. Educate yourself on everything you've always been interested in: biology, business, politics, anatomy, archaeology, philosophy, mathematics, quantum physics, every possible thing, architecture, anything at all you've ever been interested in, plants, herbs, natural medicines. Start to study all the things you find interesting, because what you're going to do is you're going to create a language that the universe is going to use to talk to you about how you need to embody your highest self now. So if you struggle with health problems, as you study herbs, as you study medicine, your body is able to tap into what you've downloaded as information and tell you, now this is what you need to do. This is what you need to ingest. This is how long you need to take this for. You become your own doctor. You learn how to pause your own aging. You learn how to heal your organs. But you have to have a common language with the universe that it can use to talk to you about how you heal and fix everything. That is the step to sovereignty, is where you have a connection with a common language. And now the universe, your body, your emotional body, your spiritual self, your ancestors, they can use the information you've downloaded to talk to you. What is a barrier now is that there's no common language. So most people don't connect with the divine. They don't connect with God, goddess, source. You need to establish a channel of communication. And I'm being told that the best way for you to do that is to just study. Study everything that has always called to you, because that is the language the universe needs to talk to you. If you love numbers, go deeper into the study of numbers. If you love astrology, go deeper into the study of astrology. Everything now is deeper, because it's going to give you solid, concrete connection and guidance that you don't have to second guess anymore. This is the time now where we don't second guess the guidance. You need to be fully in it, trusting it so much that you can just let go and let the energy move through you and guide you and direct you. This is like literally we're coming out of the mental understanding of spirit and truly embodying spirit now. And that is exactly what it means to fully embody. It has to feel comfortable in your body. So you got to get your body in shape for you. You got to get your diet in shape for you. Whatever that is for you to feel optimal in your body, because that's the house that spirit needs to sit in, and it needs to be comfortable. Okay, let me check this out. Hey sis, hey Nick, how are you? Cynthia, I see you. Thank you for rocking with me, guys. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But one of the big things I've been getting to is you need to get into a craft, a sport, a practice that reminds you of your warrior strength. So if that's boxing, whatever you do, you know, some people like katanas, swords, axe throwing. You know, some of my sisters, they roll with the cow, the pew pew. I see you. You know, this is my preference. Hold on. This is what I like here. I like this. Very nice. And it's not expensive. You can, 2 nail salon visits can get you this. Or one stop at the hairstylist can get you that. It's not expensive. And I'll put a link in the description below at some point. So if you're interested, you can find that. I used to go on the back of the yard, set up a little target and just fire arrows. And is that something I think I would use in the future? No, I don't see that future. But it did something for my confidence. And it connected me with an ancestor that unlocked other ancestors and unlocked other abilities. Sometimes you don't know what's going to take you into the realm of all the abilities that are there for you. And when you can connect with an ancestor or connect with something that unlocks your confidence, it keeps unlocking and it keeps unlocking and it keeps unlocking. And before you know it, you're living in such a confident space that you are confident enough to create your own reality. And it ties it all back to where I started, where this is now the finals, where as souls, we have to start to create our own reality. So that the reality that others create, if it's too ugly for us, we have a choice to not be a part of it. And you have to believe that, truly believe that you don't have to be a part of someone's ugly reality. You don't have to be. You create community. You create love, you create compassion everywhere you go, and your reality changes to reflect what's really in your soul. You see what I'm saying? You project from your soul. And if your soul is beautiful, everything you create will have beauty in it. And if your soul is not beautiful, what you create is going to reflect that too. Okay? So, I could sign off, but I want to end with a card from African Goddess Rising, Abiola Abrams. Let's see. Let's see what the ancestors got today. Come on. That's a good message for us. Woo! I hope I can say this name right. Queen Ya Asentewa Level up. What's she holding? Listen, come on now. Come on now. Listen. What was I saying? What is she holding in her hand? What is that? Come on now. Woo! Won't she do it? Level up. Level up. Right there. She's not playing. She's not playing. Okay? Let's see what she got to say. Number 39. I couldn't make it up if I tried. I couldn't. All right. Queen Ya Asentewa, goddess of leveling up. She is Ashanti from Ghana. Her temple, the Queen's. Her element is the bush. Queen Ya Asentewa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the war of the golden stool. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Mother, farmer, and warrior queen who led the war of the golden stool. I gotta look that up now. I don't even know what that is. The golden stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the regent's Kra or life force energy. Okay, so she had to fight for her life force energy. Now, how you gonna do that playing a good girl? My guide said this when I needed some clarity on that. I'm like, I don't know if I want to say that. I might piss some people off. But they're like, no, it's time to get pissed off. It's time to get pissed off. Are you going to allow yourself to be a good girl all the way into your suppression? Think about that. You're going to be so good it suppresses you? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. All right. Her guidance. Raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Is that not what? Well, come on. Come on, man. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. You are not powerless. You need to remember who you are. And that's what the ancestors are trying to tell you. Connect with me so I could tell you who the fuck you are. Okay? That's how they coming in. They strong. They strong. All right. Her embodiment. Time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. This is her declaration. Divine timing is on my side. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And let me clear something up here. Don't think that everything that hasn't happened the last couple of days hasn't been divine timing. Everything is everything. Okay? Everything is exactly how it should be. Everything that happened is exactly how it should have happened, because you are about to embark on a great awakening. Okay? Massive awakening. Earth shaking awakening. And this is where you need to level up. Because when anytime anything shakes, what do you always want to do? Make sure you get to high ground. If this thing's gonna get shaken up, you need to be at high ground. And you can't be timid going up there. Step into your strength, step into your power, and let's climb this hill together and get to high ground. So get in shape. This is where the getting in shape is truly, it's more than one thing. When I say get in shape, I mean physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of you. You shape yourself to become the key that opens the door to get to high ground. Because we have earned that for ourselves. And when they talk about needing to do rituals, movement, meditation, visualization, rituals should be what you create for yourself. I don't follow anybody else's ritual. And this is why I don't do that. When someone creates a ritual, it's locked into the time and the experience that's happening for them. And you never step into the same river twice, which means a ritual that might have worked for my ancestors 2,000 years ago is not the ritual I need to do in 2024, because the time and the energy and the available energy is different. So while I can respect how they did it back then, I have to do it differently now, because the energy available to create that potion is different. So this is not going to be the same magic. You follow me? You follow me? All right. Movement. Let me speak on that for a little bit. There's a lot of women who dance so provocatively, so nastily. But I love it. And I'm going to tell you why. If you judge a woman by the way she moves her body, be it if she's twerking, dirty whining, however it is that she moves her body, what you don't see in the spiritual world of things is she is keeping her hips and her spine loose to welcome the Kundalini energy when it rises through her. So a lot of you who've played the good girl are going to end up realizing that when you need to break through barriers, especially when it comes to your sexuality and your root chakra, when you need to break that seal so that the energy moves up your spine, you're going to have to whine and twerk and dirty whine. I'm not saying you got to do it in front of people now. And you ain't got to get paid for it. What I'm saying is, in the comfort of your home, you're going to have to move your body in what they've called provocative ways, so that that energy comes up through your spine and unseals everything all the way up to your enlightenment. That's why I say you got to lose the judgment. You might actually find yourself watching some of these women to see how they move so you can learn how to do it. Because when your Kundalini is going to rise to awaken you, if it runs into a block, wherever it hits in that block or that chakra that's blocked, when that fire energy, that dragon energy hits that chakra and it won't move, you're going to be in pain. You're going to be in physical pain. If you're somebody that suffers a lot from stomach aches, your heart hurts a lot, or you get a lot of palpitations, or your throat is always hurting every time you need to speak, your energy is constantly trying to rise to those chakras. And if it's blocked, you're always going to feel pain. So sometimes it's good on the vertical center line of your body. Where do you feel pain? Find the chakra that's associated with that. Look at the qualities of that chakra. Start doing some work on those things, because this Kundalini energy is going to rise. It is. It's the age we're in now. It's going to rise. And for some women feeling pain of childbirth, Kundalini energy can feel like that. I've never had a child. I don't know the pain of childbirth, but I have heard some stories. And I know it must be bad. Okay? But if your Kundalini is trying to come up and it's hitting block chakras, it can feel like childbirth pain. And I'm hearing a lot of women are going to be reporting that they're feeling like they're having birthing pains, but they're not pregnant and they're not birthing anything. But that's the Kundalini rising. So if you can get ahead of the game and start doing some shadow work, journaling on how you can unblock these chakras, look at what's associated with all the chakras and ask yourself, is this something I need to work on? When that energy rises through you, it won't hurt. Actually, it's supposed to be ecstatic. It's supposed to be like you go into an ecstatic state. And it usually happens around the full moon. But if your chakras are blocked, it can increase a lot of your anxiety. It can cause you physical pain, and it can make you feel like you're going crazy. But you're not. Okay, it's just a natural evolutionary process that, had you been aware of it and how it happens, you wouldn't feel fear around it. All right, so you got to get okay with moving, and moving in any way your body needs to move, because that's how you're going to feel the energy as it's trying to come through you. It's going to move your body, and it's going to say, give me control. You have to trust that that's your higher self, because it's going to feel different. You don't ever give control to something or energy you don't know or recognize. Whatever energy is going to ask to control is going to start releasing pain from you. And it should feel familiar, and it should feel loving, and it should feel like something you've known this whole time, because it is you. It's not a different entity. It's not a different being. It's you as your higher self. Okay? Let's clear that up. Meditation, come on. This is a given now. You got to do your meditations. I tell you, if I tried to go back to not meditating, one day can just feel like the worst day if I don't start my days with meditation. Because a lot of times, the energy that's out there that you're going to interact with is not yours. And meditation helps you to remember what your energy is, because you sat with it before you left the house. That's the most important thing. Sit with yourself before you leave the house, so you can know what you feel like. So when you go out there and you're coming into other people's vibes and other people's energy, and that thing's negative and you don't want it on you, you remember what your energy felt like before you left, and you just go right back to that. But if you don't know what your energy is like before you leave the house, you're likely to pick up other people's vibe and think it's you, and it's not you. Okay? So make sure you know what you feel like before you step outside and take on other people's vibes. That's not yours. You can't afford to do that now, because if people get a little, hyper, especially with this full moon coming in, if people start getting a little hyper, you don't want all of that hyperness on you. Okay. Visualization. I love that part. That's what helps me to create all this art. Because you have to use your imagination to create the world you want. Imagination is not for children. Matter of fact, everything that you think a child needs, you need it twice as much. If they need a colorful room, is your room colorful? Ask yourself that question. Look, I surround myself with all this stuff because I need to see color. I can't handle blank walls. I can't, because everything that's on your wall is something that's inspiring you subconsciously every single day. Did you know that? Everything that is a picture So if it's family, then you're inspired by family. If it's boat, if it's a water scene, if it's your accomplishments, like your certificates and your diplomas and whatever you've put on your wall is what's used to inspire you every single day, is what drives you. And it's working on your subconscious, whether you know it or not. So if you want to add something to your process that can help you, make sure you have color and art and vibrancy and uplifting. You have to put something uplifting on your wall. Whatever it is you feel like you're missing, put it on your wall in some way, shape, or form, in a representation. So if you feel like it's hard for me to be joyful, paint something, buy something, a poster, something that makes you laugh, something you find funny, and put it up, because even when you're not looking at it, it's working on your subconscious, and it's inspiring you. So what you decorate your space with is going to be really important in how you feel and how you're able to overcome everything today. All right. And that's it. Went over it all. Feels good to me. This session feels complete. I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by. Cynthia, Nikki, Candy, my mom, my friend from Ukraine. All of you guys, I love and appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. Says your art looks like it belongs in this deck. It's so inspiring. Thank you. Thank you. I want to do that. You guys don't know how much I love your responses when I post things in the community, because what I'm doing is, as I'm posting it, I'm taking notes on which ones you guys really, really love. And what I want to do is eventually pull the ones that are loved the most, put a nice message to them, and actually create my own deck. That's my goal, is to put a message to the most loved pictures that you guys like, get them in a deck. And so I test it every now and then. That's why you see I put certain messages to things to see how you respond to it, because you're helping me with the idea. So, I appreciate my sister Nikki. She loves this piece I did called Zutu Peck This Bird. Let me show. Zutu want to show up. Let me show you Zutu real quick. Hold on. She loves this bird right here. This is it. Look at those kneecaps. That's classic. That's a sexy bird. All right. That bird made me laugh. It made my family laugh. I don't know why I don't put it up. I should put it up so that it shows in the background. It might be time for Zutu Peck to come out. Oh, yes, sis, I hear you. Yeah, but Cynthia, I do plan to make a deck. I do. I plan to make a lot of things. It's just timing, right? I have a feeling that we're all going to have a lot of time to work on what we love to do. And I'm encouraging each and every one of you to get creative. Start your YouTube channels. You've been watching YouTube for so long. When are you going to start it? You ain't got to show your face, right? But it can help a lot with your confidence, because you have to be okay with how other people are going to judge you. You got to be okay with releasing your own judgments to do YouTube, because it's going to put you in spaces of doubt sometimes. And when you can show up every day and not care, and it's not from a space of I don't care, but deep down you do know, it's truly you have to get over how people are going to perceive you and what people are going to think about you. So trust me, just start being creative in any way that you can. Don't try to change up your style or your vibes to fit what's common. Don't nobody want what's common anymore. People want different and unique, and that comes from your own personality, right? So when I created this bird, listen, I was in a trance. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was in a trance, and when I was out of that trance and stepped back, that's what was on the canvas. And I laughed my ass off so long. I just laughed and laughed and laughed because there's a crazy, geeky, goofy, funny side to all of us. And I'm telling you, if you can help to express that in these next coming days, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help your family. It's gonna help your community, because that's how powerful you are, is to affect everyone and everything. So I'm excited to see all the ways that you guys are going to share that part of you, that side of you, that can shift the scales of things and help to put more joy in this world that we can all benefit from as a community. So I love you. I appreciate you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for kicking it with me. I love the laughs, and I'm gonna put Zutapek up here on this wall because, shoot, if every time I show up somebody's laughing at this bird, that's all right. I love you guys. Mwah. Talk to you later. Bye.